There's an old man that lives in the woods. Written by Thelibrarianchick. I think every child has at least one monster when they are growing up. For me, and for many other children that lived in my town, it was the old man who lives in the woods. We thought of him with the same reverence as Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny. We did not question his existence, nor need to know where he came from. We knew he had always been there. Even before Vikings sailed the seas and man had built his first city, the old man was there, waiting, in the woods. We told his rhyme in secret, in hushed whispers while we played in our backyards and our parks. There's an old man that lives in the woods, but one day he couldn't find any food. Then he realized that children taste pretty good. He waits by the trees for you to come out and play. Then he'll take you far, far away. You can scream if you want. You can beg him to stop. But there is no escape from the old man in the woods. It was a stupid rhyme, but it always gave us goosebumps and sent that cold chill up our tiny spines. The fear of the old man, whether he was real or not, was enough to keep us confined to safe and well-lit places. It had worked all the way up to the day that 10-year-old Daniel Kuffmer decided that he was far too old to believe in the same old boogeyman. He was 10 years old after all, and the woods are a prime location for building a fort, he told us with a grin. We disagreed with him. We tried to get him to play board games with us, to play hide and seek in the playground. We offered anything we could think of to distract him from the forest, but slides, swings, and playing with younger kids was not enough to keep his interest. We all watched the boy march into the woods with purpose. He'll be back in a few minutes, we told ourselves as we played on the swings. As soon as he gets hungry, he'll be out for lunch, we told each other as we went down the slide. But he never came back out again. We called to him, shouting his name from the edge of the woods till our tiny voices were lost. We dared not to go further than that. The rhyme about the old man in the woods was like a ghost on our tongues. We dared not to say our fears out loud. Eventually, someone ran to get their parents. The parents came in droves and marched in with purpose, with their flashlights shouting, "Daniel! Daniel!" like a chant. The police came with their bloodhounds and the TV crew came with their cameras. No one ever saw Daniel again. He was well and truly lost. No matter how many times his parents pleaded for his return on television, no matter how many missing posters were printed, it was not enough to bring him back. The children kept to ourselves after that. We had been relegated to our own homes and backyards. Our parents were convinced that there were bears in the woods, or kidnappers, or perhaps something worse. It was weeks before we were able to return to the playground. Even fear cannot keep a child from playing on a warm summer day. It was not long before we were playing as we had before, chasing each other in the open field and swinging from the monkey bars. Occasionally, one of us would glance to the trees and look quickly away and move to the other side of the playground, or go and sit with our mothers. If you had been one of the children to look to the woods, you might have seen it too. The face of a withered old man, peeking from behind a popular tree, with wide eyes and a bloody smile.